So, like I'm sure you guys have seen on the Kayani back office or sometimes on email, like they'll do like a ingredient highlight, right? So today I'm focusing on one of the ingredients, and it's found in the Kayani Sunset product, and it's called Astaxanthin. Okay, so in my previous talk, I've talked about tocotrienol before and touched upon how it works with the omega fatty acids in the Sunset product. But today I'm going to focus on this ingredient called astaxanthin. And I hope that by the end of my talk today, you'll walk away with more confidence in the Kayani product and understand why Kayani has put these different ingredients together in this special formulation for Sunset. And because of the way they, formulated Sunset, this product won the International Monday Selection Grand Gold Award twice, in 2015 and 2018. Okay, so let's first get to know this ingredient. Astaxanthin is a molecule that is naturally produced by algae, bacteria, and fungi. It's mostly found in an algae that exists in marine environments. So as marine animals eat the algae for food, it starts accumulating higher up in the food chain. And it's commonly found in seafood like crayfish, shrimp, lobster, salmon, and other seafood as well. And it's the molecule that gives these marine animals its red coloring. So it's also chemically synthesized and used as a natural red dye that is commonly fed to farm-raised seafood. So when you look at the Sunset pill that we have, if you look closely at it, you usually see a red dot in the Sunset pill. I think that's most likely due to astaxanthin. The recommended daily dose for astaxanthin is 2 to 4 milligrams per day. And in our Sunset product, a daily serving consists of 2 milligrams. So what can this molecule do? Here is a chemical structure of the astaxanthin molecule. It is a powerful antioxidant that can quench reactive oxygen radicals and prevent lipid oxidation. It can do this 40 times better than vitamin A and 1,000 times better than tocopherol, which is a lesser form of the vitamin E. The vitamin E that's in our Sunset product is tocotrienol. So studies have shown that it is best absorbed by the body after food intake, which is why, Kayani has named the product Sunset so that we eat it when the sun sets after dinner. If you look at this structure, it has a long non-polar chain, which makes it soluble in fat. And all the vitamins that are included in our Sunset product, as I've mentioned before in my previous talks, are all fat soluble. So that's why they're grouped together. And because of this unique chemical structure, it has two water-loving heads. So these two ends are water-loving, and then it has a long fat-loving chain, which basically doesn't like water. It makes it able to insert into the membrane lipid bilayer of cells. So as you can see, this is the astaxanthin molecule, okay, inserted into a lipid membrane bilayer. And it can perform its antioxidant properties both at the surface of the membrane, which is in the water-loving end, and also within the membrane in the fat-soluble end. Okay, that's why it's so powerful, because it protects the integrity of the cell membrane. In fact, it can provide strong antioxidant support for many health issues that result from oxidative damage. This image is actually not comprehensive because there are publications that support a positive role of astaxanthin in preventing different cancers. But if you do a quick PubMed search with the keyword astaxanthin, 2,485 articles are pulled up. And if you search with any of these keywords, this is the number of articles that get pulled up. I don't have enough time tonight to go over in detail the articles that I found online, but I did find a good summary on a website, and it lists 10 clinically validated benefits of natural astaxanthin. Note that it emphasizes natural because there is chemically synthesized astaxanthin, but studies have shown that it is far inferior in its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties when compared to astaxanthin that's naturally derived. So on this website, lghealthsciences.com, they state 10 benefits listed here that have been clinically tested with supporting preclinical trials. So if you can see on this image, like it tells you how many clinical studies and supporting preclinical trials have been done for these different areas. So let's take a closer look at some of the health benefits. So first, let's look at the eye health, okay? Clinical trial results have shown that astaxanthin can help improve the ability of patients to see fine detail in vision, okay? It also helps improve symptoms of eye fatigue. It increases capillary blood flow in the eye and reduces blurred vision, as well as helps with eye soreness and eye dryness. In some animal studies, it has been shown to alleviate glaucoma, macular degeneration, as well as prevent cataract formation. All these diseases boils down to an imbalance in the homeostasis of oxidative stress versus inflammatory response. And astaxanthin, because it's a strong antioxidant and it also has anti-inflammatory properties, it can help recreate the balance that you need for these two states so that the condition of the eye does not get worse and you don't develop long-term irreversible damage. Okay, what about the brain? In the brain, clinical trials have shown that astaxanthin can prevent age-related decline in cognitive function. It can improve psychomotor function in elderly subjects. So what is some examples of psychomotor skills? It can include hand-eye coordination, things like throwing a ball, driving a car, operating a machine, playing an instrument, or typing. It can also improve the markers for that indicate the onset of dementia in middle-aged and senior subjects. And it improves brain function in the elderly. It can decrease mental fatigue and confusion, and it also helps with oxygen transport to the brain. In some animal studies, it has also been shown that astaxanthin can cross the highly selective blood-brain barrier and localize in different parts of the brain, particularly in the hippocampus and the cerebral cortex of rat brains. It can accumulate after a single dose of ingestion or repeated ingestion. Animal studies also show that it can prevent damage due to oxidative stress and inflammation caused by some neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and stroke. If you do a quick PubMed search with these keywords and astaxanthin, it pulls up close to 80 articles in total. Okay, I was quite surprised that astaxanthin actually has benefits for the skin as well. So whenever I read about skin-related benefits, I always remember Dr. Danny's words. He always says that in this world, there are no ugly women, there are only lazy women. So if we put effort into it, we can all improve the way we look, right? So in the clinical trials for astaxanthin on skin health, like scientists were able to show that astaxanthin can reduce fine lines and wrinkles. It can help increase skin moisture levels and skin elasticity, thus preventing skin sagging. It can also protect the skin from UV damage. One study showed significant improvement in the skin when you pair astaxanthin with hydrolyzed collagen. So ladies, Kayani has made these wonderful products available for us. Let's not be lazy and let's take them diligently. What about heart health? Astaxanthin has been shown to improve blood cholesterol levels. It can prevent LDL oxidation, which is a major cause for plaque formation in arteries. It can also improve blood flow rate and decrease the heart rate of athletes when they're doing endurance training. One interesting in vitro study has shown that when, okay, so I don't know if you guys do remember this drug called Vioxx. It's actually a pain medication. It acts like ibuprofen, like it's an anti-inflammatory, and a lot of these pain medications usually cause problems with your stomach, right? You know, if you eat it with an empty stomach, you get like, you know, gastric pains usually. But for Vioxx, it was shown to be, you know, a better alternative. But after it came out in the early 2000s, clinical studies show that Vioxx can cause oxidation of LDL, and that leads to an increased risk in heart attacks. So actually, 1 in 2 Vioxx takers have an increased risk of heart attacks. So it was pulled off the market. Well, in this in vitro study, the authors are able to show that astaxanthin can actually reverse the oxidation of LDL caused by Vioxx. So this proves how strong an antioxidant astaxanthin is and how it protects the body from oxidative stress. Okay. So what about joint, tendon, and muscle support? Astaxanthin has strong anti-inflammatory properties. It has been shown clinically to reduce C-reactive protein levels, and this C-reactive protein indicates chronic inflammation in the body. So when you decrease the amount of C-reactive protein, you're actually improving your chronic inflammation. It also prevents muscle damage and inflammation in athletes. It reduces pain in patients with rheumatoid arthritis, as well as carpal tunnel syndrome sufferers. And it has also been shown to improve the grip strength and reduce pain and improve mobility in patients with tendinitis. So it can definitely help with joint, tendon, and muscle support. Last but not least, it has been shown that astaxanthin can help with fertility issues. So oxidative stress is a strong, reason for a decrease in viability and motility of sperm cells. So it is believed that oxidative stress is a major cause of male infertility. In fact, about 30 to 40% of infertile male tested in a study were shown to have elevated levels of reactive oxygen species in their seminal plasma. So that means it has a lot of oxidative stress, signs of oxidative stress. So high levels of reactive oxygen species have adverse effects on the structural and functional integrity of the sperm cells, and it can also cause infertility, not only by lipid peroxidation of the membrane of the sperm cells, and also DNA damage of those cells, it can also deactivate certain key enzymes and oxidizing critical proteins that are important for fertilization. So clinical trials have shown that astaxanthin can improve sperm functioning, velocity, quality, and motility. It can also reduce reactive oxygen species and decrease unexplained male infertility, and also increase conception rates. So one study that I saw online showed it included 30 men that were clinically diagnosed as infertile for at least 12 months. So the men and their partners were treated with conventional fertility treatment, but half of these couples were given astaxanthin and half were given placebo. The group that had astaxanthin supplemented exhibited an increase in sperm concentration by 34%. They also exhibited a decrease in reactive oxygen species by 75%. And overall, in that group, there was a total of 50.5% pregnancy success rate in the astaxanthin group compared to only 10.5% in the placebo group. So definitely the clinical studies support the fact that astaxanthin does help with male infertility. So that leads me to my last slide. As I do research for these talks that I give on our weekly meetings, I've come to realize how important oxidative stress and chronic inflammation is in causing different age-related diseases and conditions. To help our body stay in its best condition, we can supplement with high-quality, naturally sourced antioxidants and anti-inflammatory agents. Kyani has formulated this set of products in the Triangle of Health that can fully enable our body to function at its optimal state. With over 22 water-soluble superfood antioxidants in Sunrise and strong fat-soluble antioxidants like astaxanthin, tocotrienol, and wild-source omega fatty acids in the Sunset, couple these two products with our beloved nitric oxide enhancers in our nitro products, and that can help us with circulation and also nutrient absorption. I think Kyani has covered all our bases. So I'm committing to taking Kyani Triangle of Health products, and I hope and wish that me and my family can age gracefully and enjoy a high quality of life while we are on this earth. So let's continue to share these amazing products so that more people can benefit from them.